Hiya, welcome back. Today we're reviewing my latest week in beauty. Hiya, great to see you again. It's Bank Holiday Monday today, so I've got time to do some extra filming. My week in beauty is a way of talking about the products that I've been using this week and products I've been thinking about, giving some reviews, as well as some things that I'm quite interested in that will give you some information about some of the products out there on the market at the moment. So let's start with the most important thing. Skincare, 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 skincare. It's the favourite bit of every video where we talk about what's been happening in my week in skincare. The first product that I'd like to talk to you about today is another face mask. Last time I told you about a seaweed clay mask that I've been getting a lot of use out of and that I was really happy with. Let me tell you today about the mask that I like to alternate with my seaweed clay mask. It's the Mario Badescu Healing and Soothing Mask. So this, unlike the seaweed clay mask, isn't about drying out the skin and about getting rid of congestion, but about soothing the skin, minimizing pores and helping the skin feel more put together, feeling happier overall. I generally tend to leave it on for 20 minutes because I feel like it's doing more, but obviously you don't always have time to leave it on for that long. Let me show you what it looks like. You open it up and you can see that it's kind of a pale yellowy green type color. It has a very slight scent of oats. According to the back, it does contain oatmeal. This creamy formula is infused with oatmeal to calm and natural minerals like kaolin and zinc oxide to help absorb excess shine and impurities from the skin. As you can see, I've almost finished it up. I really like using it, and like I said, I alternate it with the seaweed clay mask as a way of making sure that my sensitive acne-prone skin is calmed, soothed and feeling happy. You may remember from my last video I was talking about switching day creams. Here's my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I've been getting on quite well with this. As you can see, I've hardly used any of it at all over 2 weeks, which bodes well for the future. Hopefully this will last me a couple of months. It's very rich, it does make the skin feel good. I haven't noticed any particular changes in my skin since I started using it. What I will say is that it is greasier than the gel cream that I was using, so I tend to have to wait a little bit longer to think about applying makeup. I'll keep you posted about how that goes. Next, I want to thank everybody who watched the primer video, my highly scientific primer test. It was great to hear your feedback on which side of my face you thought looked better, with the one with primer or the one without. I think maybe primer won, which was good because if you're paying for it, you want to know that it's doing something. So thank you to everybody who commented. And I got a lot of feedback recommending this powdering down of your primer. So I've been doing that, and hopefully at some point we'll get to do a proper full-on experiment. Next, I want to talk a little bit about foundation. You might have heard over some of my videos about my problems trying to get my beauty blenders looking clean. We know that I wash them. I know that I wash them. I wash them really hard. I use soap. They shouldn't be disgusting, but they don't look very nice, and on camera that can be a problem. So I've been trying to find ways to clean them and to get all the stains out. This week my solution was to try and put them in the washing machine. And the results were that the beauty blenders, while in exactly the same shape as they were before, which is good because I was worried that they were going to go out of shape, they are unfortunately still stained. So I've got them here. You can see, maybe you can't, but you should be able to see that unfortunately, despite strenuous cleaning, they are still looking gross. So I think maybe when I next do my makeup on camera, I might have to buy another sponge and just use new sponges every time I apply makeup on camera. So I'm not really in the market to find a new foundation at the moment, but the Natasha Denona Transformat foundation has really caught my eye. This is a blurring, perfecting matte foundation that's meant to be recommended for people who do have things like enlarged pores and oily skin, and it's also meant to be quite natural looking on the skin, so I'm really quite interested in trying that out. I haven't seen many YouTubers do reviews. I did see one and it looked quite good. So I'd like to have a go with that foundation. It's quite pricey, Natasha Denona stuff always is, but I would like to have a look and swatch it and try it out on my skin. The other thing that I've been thinking about this week has been highlighters. So I have some highlighters that I really like using, but there have been a couple in the shops that have really caught my eye. The first highlighter that's caught my eye are these single pan highlighters from Wet n Wild. And one of the things that's really interested me about these is just how cheap they are. They're under £5. They look really good. They've got good reviews, and I'd really like to try those out. According to the descriptions, they do have a duochrome, even though you can't really see that in the swatches on the website, but I would like to have a go and see what those look like. The next highlighters that I'm interested in are those from Natasha Denona. They are fairly new single pan highlighters that they've brought out, and they look fantastic. Now those aren't duochrome as far as I can tell, or if they are, they're very subtle. And they look like they give your skin just a very subtle, natural, but quite gleaming highlight that I would like to try. It's available in 3 colours, so no matter what your skin tone, you should be able to find one that works for you. I've seen it swatched and I think it looks fantastic. So that's definitely something I'd like to try at some point, even if I'm not going to splurge on it. In a similar vein, we have the Charlotte Tilbury the Gilded Goddess cheek set, which involves a 3-pan highlight with a brush included. Again, this is high end, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it or not, but I've seen it swatched online and I think it looks beautiful, so I would really like to go and swatch it at some point. Something just for the future to think about, I am going to be in the market for a new loose powder. My Bobbi Brown loose powder is currently running down to its final uses. So if you have any recommendations of finely milled powders that can be used to set the whole face, I'd be really interested to hear about it. So please post your recommendations below. Maybe I could get mini sizes of some of them and try them out and compare them. The next product that I've been using a lot over the past couple of months is my Maybelline Superstay Setting Spray 24-hour makeup locking spray. This is just a drugstore setting spray that I was able to pick up in Boots in the UK. This stuff is really good. It does lock your makeup down and do that lovely thing where it blends all the powder and everything into a seamless finish on the skin. If I had any criticisms, occasionally I feel like it does look a bit plasticky on the skin. The other issue I have with it is that the sprayer isn't as diffuse as I think it could be. So what I mean by that is that it has obviously a pump, and in an ideal world you would have a fine mist of setting spray going around your face so that it's not concentrated in one area. And I suspect that the plasticky look that I've been experiencing is partly just because the spray is really concentrated on one area where really you want it to be misted over the entire face. I don't know whether you can see here, it's sort of running out. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of, which it isn't what you want when you're setting your makeup. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I've tried the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I think that's fantastic. But drugstore or chemist or Boots or whatever you call it, cheaper versions, I'm really interested in hearing your favourite setting sprays. Next, I'd like to talk about eyeshadows. My favourite bit of any week is doing my eyeshadow and trying out different things. So today I am wearing a combination of the Modern Renaissance palette on the outside of my eyes, using Pink Champagne from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Single Shadow collection on the inside, just to create a nice little highlight. That was a lot of fun to do today. You can also check out the unicorn makeup look that me and my friend Georgina created in my previous video, and I'll try to link that down below, or you can just click through on my channel. That was really fun. For that we used a loose glitter from Festival Face. It was a beautiful iridescent glitter, but it got everywhere. I am still finding bits of the glitter on myself. Earlier today I thought I had a piece of dry skin and it turned out to be another piece of glitter. So just be warned if you feel like zhuzhing up your eye look with loose flakes of iridescent glitter. There is a chance that that you will be wearing that glitter for the rest of 2018. So just a bit of a warning there. It's really fun to use, but just be careful. Moving forward, I've got a few eyeshadow palettes that I have in mind. The first one that I'm really interested in is from an indie brand called Belladonna's Cupboard. I became aware of this brand through the Makeup News YouTube channel, and they were talking about their Belladonna palette, which looks very good. But I'm really excited because when I went to their website, I found out that they have an eyeshadow palette called Malleus Maleficarum. So the Malleus Maleficarum was the textbook for people who wanted to understand witches and demons, the study of which is called demonology. And the history of demonology is what I study when I'm not making amazing YouTube videos. And so I was just really excited by that. And also I think the colour range looks really good. As you can see from this image, it's currently out of stock, but I'm seriously considering putting in a pre-order if I can scrape the pennies together. The next thing that I'm interested in is the Venus XL palette from Lancome. I'm really into warm shades at the moment, particularly pinks. I love purples as well, but I thought I would diversify into pinks. And the Venus XL seems to have all of them. I think that it would be a really great palette to have for the autumn, and I'm really interested in swatching that. The third thing is something that I came across when I was looking at sparklies for the unicorn tutorial, and that's these glittery eyeshadows from Lemonhead LA. The name Lemonhead obviously refers to the band, but it makes me think of the 90s point and click adventure game Monkey Island, where there was a character called Lemonhead. And that aside, these eyeshadows look amazing. They're these very glittery pastes. They're meant to be for grown-ups. Well, I don't really know whether I fit into that category, but I do love me a bit of glitter. And the fact that it's not a loose, flaky glitter like the stuff that I was using for the unicorn tutorial makes it even more appealing. They look really intense, really sparkly, and I'd love to have a go with one of them. I'd also really like to shout out my friend who subscribes to this channel who went out and bought a Norvina palette on the back of my review. I am sorry that I persuaded you to even trying it in the first place, but thank you for sending me the pictures of yourself. You looked amazing, and I hope you have lots of fun with it and really enjoy creating unique and exciting eyeshadow looks. I wanted to try out a new segment this week called Brand Crush of the Week. I want to tell you about a brand that I've never tried before but seems to have really cool products that I'd really like to try. The candidate this week is Jouer Cosmetics. So Jouer Cosmetics has some really cool things that I would like to try out, and their price point, while high, isn't galactic like your Natasha Denona's or your Charlotte Tilbury's. The first thing that I picked this week is one of their cheek duos. I think they look really beautiful, and I'd love to try the colour, the sort of lilac-y, mauvey colour that they have. The next thing that I associate with Jouer are their lip glosses and lip toppers. I just think that the bottles for their lip products are super gorgeous. You can see in this image that there is a dark, sparkly purple lip topper that I just think looks beautiful, and again, really good for autumn, so I'd really like to try and get that one. They also have these beautiful sheer lip toppers and a more subtle sparkle, a bit like the one that I got from NARS, that looks really, really cool. So that's my week in beauty. I hope that you have heard about some things that you're interested in. It's been a lot of fun to put it together. Thank you for everybody who's subscribed to the channel. If there are things that you would like me to try out or to look at, please let me know. I'd be happy to do so. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell so you get notified when I upload things. And like and comment as well. Let me know what you think, and I'm sure to reply. It's been great seeing you. Take care. Bye-bye.